Hello everyone, this is Dr. Lundell. I just wanted to take a minute and explain to people why I recommend a ketogenic diet. I get asked all the time, Dr. Lundell, why is it that you think a ketogenic diet can be helpful for people? Well, let me tell you just a little bit about my story. So when I finished residency, I believe it was about 2006. Yeah, 2006. I was probably 40 pounds overweight. I felt like I was, trying to survive residency by eating donuts and candy and drinking Mountain Dew and just trying to make it through my residency program. And it was it's a rough, stressful, super stressful time of your life back in those days. And I came out of that thinking, my goodness, I'm so far overweight. And so I thought, I've got to find a food plan that I can do that's sustainable, that I can stay on, that'll help me lose weight and keep the weight off. Because I had to, pass physical training tests in the Army. I had to keep my weight off so that I could pass those tests and not, go on the fat boy program, so to speak. And so I was so fortunate. I did a bunch of research and I came across this book right here. And it was right here called The TNT Diet. And this was written by Jeff Volek, who has now become one of my mentors. And I read the book, and it was basically a ketogenic diet. And I was like, wow, this is so amazing that I'm going to give it a try. So in about a period of 6 months, I went on the ketogenic diet. I started eating the way that was recommended. And this was 2007 probably. So this was about almost 8 or 9 years, about 9 or 10 years ago. And I lost the weight. I lost 30 or 40 pounds in 6 months. And I went to where I was like now maxing the PT test in the Army. And I saw my abs for the first time. And I was about 40 years old at the time. So I was so super stoked about that. And then the other really cool thing is it spilled over into our family, and our family started to improve our diet and started to eat better, including my wife. And as a result of that, this is one of the things that happened. So if you can kind of see there, my wife got pregnant at 43 or 41 with Mark, and then 43 with Ty. And so we've got these two homemade guys that have made our life so incredibly happy. And we feel so blessed and so fortunate. And so I've been doing this ketogenic lifestyle for close to 9 years now. So it's interesting to me how it's become more popular recently, which is great. But I've kind of been preaching this for a long time, and I'm glad to see that other people are getting on board and they're excited. And so people, again, here's my little acronym. I'm going to show you this for why I think a ketogenic diet is a good idea. So the K stands for being keen. So one of the things that we realize with a ketogenic diet is that it improves mental cognition far greater than any other food plan out there. These exogenous or these ketones like beta hydroxybutyrate, they're fuel for the brain so that your memory improves, you have better cognition. People just feel mentally more clear. So the K stands for keen, and then the E stands for energy. When people can get their body to use their own fat, or the fat that they consume for for fuel, then you'll definitely have energy. In fact, there's studies to show that you'll produce about 28% more energy when you're on a ketogenic diet, and your body is tapping into your own fat resources to be able to produce energy for the body. And then the third one is thinning or trimming. Of all the food plans out there that you can do to help lose weight, the ketogenic diet is the one that says to your body, hey, we're not going to eat a bunch of sugar coming in. We're going to keep the sugar down, and so or the carbohydrates down. And when that's the case, your body then says, I'm going to grab some of that fat off my body, and I'm going to use it for energy. And so that's why people can lose a tremendous amount of weight, because their body is now tapping into this fat resources that they've put on their body, and they can use that as energy source. So it's very thinning. In fact, of all the food plans out there, it helps you lose weight probably faster than any food plan that you can be on. And then the last one, of course, this is tailored to my wife and me, is ovulation, right? So the O in keto for me is ovulation. But what that really means is that it balances your hormones. And so I get a lot of women that come in that have irregular menstrual cycle because maybe they have polycystic ovarian syndrome or they have endometriosis. And if you can get them eating on more of a ketogenic food and food plan, it decreases inflammation, it helps all of your other hormones work more appropriately, and so become more regular with your menstrual cycle. And then in our case, my wife, over 40, was able to get pregnant and have a baby. So I wrote this food plan that I give to my patients, which is on a ketogenic lifestyle, and I did this many years ago and have been recommending it over the years. And I'm so excited to team up with this new company called Wakaya Perfection. And Wakaya Perfection, they came to me and they said, "Hey, Dr. Lundell, will you try our product for us? This stuff called Keto Fuel." And Keto Fuel, what they did in Keto Fuel is they took the very best products that are, from grass-fed beef, so that we get the organic dairy. And a lot of times when people have a problem with dairy, remember, it's the casein protein that's in dairy. It's not the whey protein. So this is made with whey protein. It's also sweetened with stevia. So a lot of times when you get your protein powders from Costco, they'll be sweetened with stevia or aspartame. And though those are not good, right? We don't like those artificial sweeteners because they've been shown to increase your risk of cancer. So I love this because this can also be used to make things like keto pancakes. You can also use it to make a keto pizza crust. So it's very versatile, but it's intended to be used as a meal replacement shake. And so what I have a lot of my folks do, or a lot of my patients, is use this as a meal replacement shake for the day, and then try to hit those ratios of higher fat diet, medium proteins, and low carbohydrates. And that's in essence exactly what Keto Fuel is, because it's 5 grams of carbs, it's 12 grams of protein, and it's 21 grams of fat, which is what fits the ratio for being on a ketogenic diet. Plus it's versatile and you can cook with it and you can do other things that are amazing. And the other thing I think is really awesome is that it's also been, it also has organic ginger and turmeric, which is grown specifically on the island of Wakaya, organically, hand harvested, 100% clean. The turmeric is 5 times stronger than any turmeric you'll find on the market, and the ginger is 3 times stronger than anything that you'll find out there on the market. And besides, it's clean, right? But it's in our Keto Fuel, which is amazing. And then lastly, some people need a little bit of help, especially during maybe that first month when they go through into ketosis. They might need to use some of these caps called the burn caps. This is a bit of a stimulant, and if you don't do great with stimulants, it might not be a good fit for you, but a lot of people experience some of that keto flu. They may even get those sugar cravings, and they get tired. And this can be a really nice way to kind of bridge the gap and to help you get into ketosis and stay there, because it does take a couple weeks to get into ketosis. So, but we have this game plan where people can come to our office. They can get the Keto Fuel, they can get the burn caps, and I'll also give you the food plan that I wrote many years ago that helped me lose the weight and keep the weight off. So, sorry, long story short, love helping people go into ketosis because, again, it improves mental cognition, right? So people get more keen, they have more energy, they lose weight, and it balances hormones. And so that's why I'm a big advocate of the ketogenic lifestyle. So contact our office if you want to learn more, but thanks for watching, and make any comments below, and I'd love to hear from you.